Hello everybody, I hope you're well. Once again, welcome to Let's Talk More. Today my studio guest is Legacy of Leicester, Steve Walsh. Very well known name, make us proud, makes Leicester City proud. So stay tuned, Let's Talk More with Ramil Gulzar. Steve, welcome to Let's Talk More. How are you doing?
Very well, thank you. Yeah, it's great to be here. I'm at the end of our football season, as everybody knows, with Leicester City and with my academy. So I've got a bit of free time now. So it's good to see you guys.
You managed to enjoy the past few weeks sunshine.
Certainly did. It has been very hot, and although I've had quite a lot of other jobs to do, it has been nice, and let's hope we can get a bit more.
I want to go through very well-known personality, Legacy of Leicester, Leicester City. But we're going to start the day one. Where you born?
Oh, yes. I was born in Preston in Lancashire, near Blackpool. So, I was born and raised there in the good old days. And that's where, predominantly my football started as a youth, and into Blackpool Football Club, where I had a chance when Alan Ball was manager, believe it or not. So it was a long time ago, and then I got a lucky break by playing for, I got assigned for Wigan Athletic, and I played for them for 4 years, and went through a lot with them, and ended up Brian Hamilton, the manager, ended up bringing me down to Leicester because he signed as the manager in 1986. So my first steps into Leicestershire was in the June of 1986.
Born in Lancashire, grew up in Leicestershire. Share the childhood memory with us.
Well, I've got so many, fantastic, where I grew up with my best friends, and I still go back there. My father's still alive, so I go back and see him a few times when I can. My sister's still there, so it's been tough with the COVID and, not being able to see them. But I do make a point of trying to get up there as soon, whenever I can. And but my memories of Preston would be all football, really. When I think back to my youth football, where it all started, the school that I went to, and everything was my development into football then.
Steve, every child they have a dream. When you was a young age, so you won't ever think about you going into football, or you want to pursue a different path?
I was pretty headstrong that was going to be my job, really, or my pastime, and I was really focused and dedicated and driven to become a football player. I didn't want anything else, and I just knew really that I was going to make it. I don't know how, I just had that strength in mind, and that dream, like you say, it is a dream, and yet it came true because of my mentality and the way that I was driven to want it.
Past 14-15 months, very hard for everyone. What coronavirus, COVID-19, or you can say lockdown, which is hopefully coming out for very soon.
Hopefully.
Everybody have effect on the mental health, small to any form of shape. Have any impact on your mental health?
I mean, I think that it is a big thing. I know that. And, life after sport for me has been tough enough mentally to kind of get a grip of and to find the right niche in the market where I fit into what I'm doing. I'm now an ambassador for Leicester City Football Club. I do a lot of community engagement, like we spoke about before. But the mental toughness and the mental strength, I have suffered with a little bit, since I finished football. I think the fact of not knowing what to do certainly affected me, and the way that I left Leicester City, in fact, made it even tougher. So I guess I have struggled, but I think that for anybody in this who have it, I understand where they're coming from. It's not easy, but I think exercise can help. I think just getting out and getting fresh air, getting a walk, and just doing things that normal things can help you. And obviously, some people need more help than others, and there is obviously medication and things, but it's a big thing in the world now. Is mental problems and issues that even youngsters get now. So it is going to be a massive thing, and it is a big thing now, and I understand where they're coming from. But I think there's things that you can help yourself with, and that's the main thing. If I was given any advice, it'd be really get some exercise, make yourself feel better, and get out for a walk and things like that. So there are preventative measures and things that help.
Before we're going to talk about your academy and you being invested for Leicester City, just a few more things. Let's talk more on go back to your childhood.
Yep.
Are you missing any part, especially in Preston?
I guess I miss my family. I don't see them as much. My friends, as such. The things that I did then growing up. You do miss that, and. But I've moved on, and my life has changed through football. So my life is down here in Leicester. I've been here, over 30 years. So I'm settled, and I've had children here, and so I guess Leicester's my home now. It feels it to me, and I've got a wife who's from Leicester, and my kids are Leicestershire now. So Preston, unfortunately, it's obviously close to my heart. But I work down here, and the door that opened are through the football club and my career at Leicester City Football Club and what I did for the club. So it's understandable that my roles of employment really are here, and the chances are here. So I like the area now. I'm used to Leicestershire, so it's a great place to live.
14 years on, once upon a time, then many highlights in your life. But which one is the most highlight when you're on the pitch?
Oh, playing for Leicester football, yeah. Well, there's been so many. I mean, it's been a roller coaster ride from start to finish. But I always signed for Leicester because not for the money. It was for playing at the top level. And Leicester were in the old First Division then, which is now the Premier League. So my goal was to kind of play against the top teams and compete against them. So I achieved that, but in my very first season we got relegated. So that wasn't great, at start. And but it was a fight then on in 5 or 6 years before I would even get any kind of success. And it was in my 8th year, I think, when we got to Wembley in the playoff finals in '92 against Blackburn Rovers, that we lost narrowly to a dodgy penalty. David Speedy was diving. I think it was against myself, but there you go. Another penalty in '93, Swindon, really, when we'd done so well getting back. That was a terrific game. But '94 was the big game for me. It's the first time in the history of the club that we'd got to the Premier League. So and I'd scored the 2 goals at Wembley against Derby. I'd not played all season, so it was terrific time for me. Although I had problems with my knees, doctors saying I'm finished when I was 27, 28. I managed to get to 36, I think it was, before I finally retired. But, when I look back, there was the Coca-Cola Cup. There was a Crystal Palace final after that in 96, sorry. The League Cup final, Coca-Cola Cup, 97, lifting that. We played at Tottenham in another final. So I played in six Wembley finals in a decade. Leicester got to 7. I played in 6. I missed one of them. So it was an incredible era in the history of the football club. So I couldn't really point out, there's certain games where I scored last-minute goals and, that many red cards in my, I'm the British record holder for red cards, which I'm not very proud of, but it's still a joint British record. So my career has been very roller coaster, and but when I look back, it's terrific what I've done for the club, what I achieved. I'm happy with. Captain the football club as well.
Leicester is your, I say, home. How you can describe love of Leicester?
Yeah, I mean, it's grown on me as Leicester. I've got to know a lot of friends around Leicester, different cultures, different ethnic backgrounds, you know, and I do a lot of work in the community in all these areas and for the club, and the engagement is fantastic what this football club does now for Leicester City. So it is great. You know, like I said, I've created a lot of friends, and I know the area everywhere, you know, where I like to go, and there's many places around and out of Leicestershire just close by which are fantastic. The Oakham, Stamford, and places like this that you wouldn't all normally recognise. So yeah, I've made it my home, and I enjoy living here. And obviously, I need to be around because of my work I do for the football club. I'm quite regularly, you know, in my diary, I've got quite a lot we're doing. Like I said, I think the football club do some fantastic community engagement, as we spoke about before. I think they've got fantastic owners who create this like a kind of family, and they are a terrific kind of football club to be at, and the structure of the club at the minute, as everyone sees, is very solid. You know, so they're going on to the next level now. I've seen the new train. Well, I've not been to the new training ground. I've heard about it, and it's incredible where the heights that they've reached already.
Tell me a bit more about your academy.
Yeah, well, myself and Muzzy Izzet now have created an advanced football development academy. It's an education football program basically, and so they'll play football and work alongside doing a BTEC diploma level 3 in sport. So it's quite a good qualification that they come out with after the 2 years that they're with us. So it's our 8th year. We've just finished now. It's gone from strength to strength. We've got good numbers again recruited for September when we start again, hopefully, fingers crossed, that everything goes well. But it's an online program as well, so it's been okay for us, apart from the lads have missed out on football. You know, but they've been able to do their education, which is the main thing really, is to get their education right, and so they've come out with some very good grades, but the football's been tough this last year, but we hope to resume and we're opening a new one over in Colville, so that's good news. So yeah, like I said, Muzzy's my partner. He has been for a long time. We had a small kids academy, but then we went into this education program, which is now taking all our time up. So apart from that, it's great. I can still be an ambassador for Leicester. I can merge the two jobs together quite nicely. So I'm getting quite busy with a lot of work, as you could imagine.
Big ambassador of Leicester City, big passion of Leicester for the diverse community. Your other half from Asian
Yes,
community.
that's right. Yeah,
she's Asian.
Yeah, she is.
And what's your advice? There is no many Asian footballers in the club.
No, there isn't. You know, there's Hamza Chowdhury who's come through. There's been a couple of lads. You know, I believe there's some in the academy structure. It'd be nice if we could get one who can make it at the top level. You know, and I think that will happen. Eventually, I think the doors are being opened now. Like you said, the diversity is very important to a club like Leicester and in what they do and how they portray themselves. The engagement in this community is vital, and they know that. So yeah, the doors are starting to open for anybody. You know, like I say, the diverse structure in Leicester, as you know, the different cultures is fantastic. The food, everything that goes with it, and that's why I think that it will happen at some point, and we'll see. You know, time will tell. But yeah, there's a few knocking on the door, a few lads who I've seen and think, wow, you know, he's got a chance. And some, obviously, you know, you come through the system, then they don't make it. So it's not easy to make it as a football player, you know, for anybody.
You think there is enough awareness for, especially the Asian community?
I think the awareness is getting better. I think there's no doubt. You know, we go around this community now. Leicester have got their own community coaching sessions where they go into every area of Leicestershire. You know, and I've been into a lot of these areas where we coach lads from all over the world. You know, and you can see there's talent around. So, you know, the good thing is Leicester City will realise that we have to expand the growth of this city and where where we go into schools, where we go and do these free sessions for kids. I think they are creating the awareness. There's no doubt about it.
What clubs can do to be create more awareness, especially in ethnic city in the community?
I think that, like I said, I think mainly it's creating good contacts with schools, with all around Leicestershire. I think that's your football clubs, which I believe that Leicester are doing. And these community projects that they do, I think, is amazing, really. Not just in football, it's providing meals for people. And, I've been first on the first line, just packing boxes myself with them over at Samworth Brothers last week, and then somewhere else. What Leicester are doing, they're putting money into this now, and so that I think the awareness will come from football club, schools, and that's the way to do it. And I'm sure that we are covering most of the area, but it's not easy when it's such a big city as Leicester, and it's a big project.
What's your message to all the young players they have a dream, want to come, they want
Yeah.
to come like Steve
Well,
Walsh?
I had a dream, and I had that belief. That's a big thing. Like I say, if you're driven and you want it enough, you've got to follow your dream, and don't give up on it, and keep trying. And it's only you will know at the end of the day when it's time to say, let's hang them up, or it's not working out. And then the one thing you do need to look at, which we didn't have in my day, is education, and make sure in the back of that you've got some education. That's why our academy works quite well, because you're playing football at a very good level, and you're also getting an education which can help you into employment. So it could be in the school coaching, it could be at a football team, or it could be anything to do with analysis, or anything to do with sport. There's that much money now that's being pumped into sport, as we all know, and then there's a lot of opportunities.
Last few things. What's your say on to people saying in sports have lots of, especially in football, have lots of racism?
Well, there seems to be, but I think clearly now the message that we're trying to get out is getting global. It needs to be. I think that times have changed from that old school mentality in a way. I think that it's hard sometimes to define what to say. Sometimes you've got to be very careful what you say. Like I said, because in the past there's certain things been said, maybe not meant, but they were said, and it's racist comments, and you can't do it. It's just So I think that everyone is trying. There's always going to be people who are racist, and they need educating. And I think that you'll see that as the years go by now, there'll be more education provided for people who are making these errors in judgment and in saying things that are racist, because he's got to be stamped out. And through football, it is a great tool to help start that process. And I think that from the FA to grassroots football to everywhere else, and schools, it's slowly becoming quite apparent that racism has got to be stamped out. So it's starting to work, I think, but there's more that needs to be done.
Big game, Euro, England versus Scotland. What do you want to say?
Knowing Scotland, I don't know what's going to happen, but no, it's a game that we should win. It is. I do like the look of England initially, looking at how they're playing, the style of football. But Scotland's always a tricky game. They'll be trying even harder to. Obviously, it's a grudge match, always England-Scotland. So it's going to be a terrific game, and England need to be at it to win this game, and they're going to have to concentrate, have to be ready for this game and up for it, because the Scots, pure passion, and they're going to have to beat that first, and I think the quality will come through. I think there's just a bit too much for England to obviously to win this game and beat Scotland. So yeah, my money's on England, but it's a nervy game, it will be, but I do fancy us to win.
Your money on England, we're all behind. What score will be?
Oh, I'm going to go 3-1. I'm going to go quite high. I think 3-1, yeah. I think Scotland might score not been great at the back, but we looked all right in the first game. So, yeah, I'll go 3-1.
What's your favourite hobby?
My hobby is golf, I guess. Now I'm too old to play football. I can play golf. I play in a society every Friday with Muzzy Izzet, Ian Marshall, for ex-Leicester players, sometimes Matt Elliott, Jerry Tiger, a bit of the old school. So there's about 12 of us, and we all meet up on a Friday and have a beer and have a game of golf and then a beer. So it's great. And like I say, mental health, golf, another sport which is fantastic for.
And during this lockdown, what's the good come out?
I just think that there's a togetherness with everybody. I think it's been very difficult for some people. Some people have been okay with work, and it's benefited some. It's really hit some people. I think that helping each other out, helping is a big thing, and I think that's what good has come out of it. I think Leicester and the football club doing this community stuff. I've been doing Zoom meetings with fans and ringing fans personally if it's the birthdays, and some of the fans who are just feeling down. We've been calling them, and these are the good things that have come out of what we've been doing. And like I say, the Zoom meetings have been great. I think that's been a big thing where you can actually interact and speak to people. So yeah, I would say that.
Pleasure to having you. See you soon.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you everybody watching this. I hope you enjoy Steve Walsh's story, as Steve is a well-known personality to Leicester and whole over England. Legacy of Leicester. We learn something new. As Steve said, if you have a passion, never give up. I always say, be a game changer. I'll be back next week with a new guest, new life story. Stay tuned. Let's talk more with Muzzy Izzet.